When I finally held the divorce decree in my hands, I stood on the courthouse steps, clutching that dark red booklet. The pages still warm from the printer. Entrance chaos, babies crying, people shouting. Couple on steps, one last word. And right next to me stood Chen Jiancheng. He didn't say a word either. His phone buzzed inside his suit pocket. He glanced down at it, then shoved it back in. Fast. Guilty. Outside, he checked his watch first. Then he told me, it's Grandma's 80th birthday bash. I gotta go. I said fine. He took 2 steps forward. He paused. Come to the banquet. I asked him, and go as what, exactly? He frowned. Divorce is one thing. But Mom still considers you her daughter-in-law for 29 years. I just stood there, frozen, the sun burning into my shoulders. Daughter-in-law for 29 years. He said it so naturally. Title lingered past divorce. Like I was supposed to keep serving him, keep spending his money. Keep standing by his side like a prop whenever he needed to save face. Never thought I might want to sit. His phone rang again. The screen flashed Mom. His voice softened. Done, don't worry. I don't know what she said on the other end, but he laughed. Cloudrest estate? Signed for it this morning. 700 million. Bought the whole damn estate. Didn't you always say you loved the mountain air? Spring blossoms, summer breezes, autumn leaves, winter hot springs. Your son's 80th gift. I was close. I heard every single word crystal clear. Mother-in-law boomed, my filial boy. I told you, cut that woman loose and your life only gets better. She controlled money, don't buy, don't spend. Chen family wouldn't last without her. Chen Jianqing stepped a few paces away. He whispered, Mom, not today. Why not? Her voice got even louder. She freeloaded off my son for 29 years. She's gone. That estate? Celebrate. Tonight, I'm announcing it in front of every single relative. Let them all see just how devoted my son is. I didn't feel anything anymore. Just absurd. Cloudrest Estate. Yeah, I knew that place. 2 years ago, she attended a birthday there. Back, she raved, hot springs, gardens. The sprawling courtyards. She envied a son's lakeside villa gift. Then she'd sigh, some people just get lucky. Some sons take care of their real mothers. Some sons earn big, mothers get nothing. I was pouring her soup when I heard that. My hand just stopped. Jianqing grinned, like Cloud Park? I'll buy it. I'll buy you the biggest one, okay? Just buy out the whole park. Chen Jianqing let out a roaring laugh. Whatever makes you happy. How about we just buy the whole estate? But I didn't say a word. I knew Cloudrest Estate cost 700 million. Not 7 million. Not 70 million. 700 million. Chen Jianqing's company looks impressive on the surface. But the company's money is the company's. His personal liquid assets aren't nearly that much. The real big-ticket spending in this family all these years. It came from the trust my father left me. There are 4 supplementary cards tied to that account. One is in Chen Jianqing's hands. One is in my mother-in-law's. One went to my sister-in-law, Chen Meiling. And the last one, my nephew, Hao, is using it. For unlimited cards, no questions asked. Any major purchases get a risk audit by the private bank. The manager called me for every approval. And I always gave the same answer, approve it. Their family. That's a line I've been saying for years. My in-laws thought those cards were theirs. That the money was theirs. Chen Jianqing returned, uneasy at my silence. That estate deal. I meant to tell you. There's no need to tell me now, I said. We're already divorced. He frowned. Don't read into it. It's a birthday gift for Mom. I nodded. That's nice. He froze for a second, not expecting my calm. Go there tonight. Mom might say some unpleasant things. It is her birthday. Just let it slide. There it was again. Let it slide. 29 years. Every single time, it was just let it slide. The bracelet? Let it slide. Postpartum scene? Let it slide. Sister-in-law in my house? Let it slide. 3 million in jewelry? Let it slide. No call in hospital? Just let it slide. Now we're divorced, and he's still telling me to let it slide. I looked right at him. Chen Jianqing, do you know what our relationship is starting tomorrow? We're exes. I shook my head. I put the divorce decree into the envelope. We are two adults with no financial ties. His face went pale. Jinglan, what exactly are you saying? Take it at face value. Mom is getting older. She's 80. Just because we're divorced doesn't mean you have to be so ruthless. I laughed. Who's ruthless now? Married for 29 years. Mom's funeral was too morbid for her. She had him shop during my surgery. She forced me to sign over my family home to her nephew. She shamed me for having no son before all relatives. And in the end, she was the one who forced her son to divorce me. It's over. I want a clean split, but I'm the villain? I didn't explain myself. I just turned and walked to the parking lot. Chen Jianqing shouted after me, 7 o'clock tonight. Mom said no matter what, you have to be there. I didn't look back. At the junction, I called my banker. The other end picked up immediately. Ms. Lee, this is Manager Zhou. Cancel all 4 supplementary cards. There was a 2-second silence on the other end. Ms. Lee, you mean the 4 cards under Mr. Chen, Mrs. Wu? Cancel both Ms. Wu and Mr. Zhou's cards fully? Yes. Effective immediately. Immediately? Large pre-auth at Cloudrest Estate this morning. Big sum. Cancel it with the cards too? I watched the people coming and going on the street. I suddenly realized the sun felt incredibly warm today. I'm sure, from today, their spending is cut off from me. Manager Zhou's tone sobered. Understood. I'm submitting it into the system for you right now. Once it takes effect, those 4 cards are dead. No more charges. That pre-auth gets auto-flagged for cancel. I hung up. My phone buzzed with 4 text messages almost immediately. Card 1, gone. Card 3, gone. Card 4, gone. I stared long. No loss, just huge relief. Turns out, some ties can be cut, after all. Never had the heart before. Phone buzzed. It was my daughter, Nianan. Mom, is it done? Is it all done? She was silent for a moment. Are you okay? I'm good. Really? A sigh. Still going to Grandma's? I walked on. Why not? I'll claim mine. I paused. And watch how they plan to pay the bill. Nianan was confused. What do you mean? I laughed. You'll see tonight. Her 80th bash. Chen booked the priciest 5-star hotel. 3 floors, red carpet at the ballroom door. Flowers everywhere inside. Screen, Wu Guifan's 80th birthday. Below, Cloudrest Estate handover. By the time I arrived, the valet was jammed with luxury cars. My in-law side of the family was practically all here. Some of these faces I haven't seen in over 20 years. Before, they couldn't be bothered to even send a holiday text. But today they heard my ex bought a $70 million estate. They all showed up ridiculously early trying to get a piece. My ex-mother-in-law's sister saw me enter. Ah, Jinglan, you're here. Perfect timing. Your mother-in-law is in high spirits today. Don't ruin the mood. I stared. Define ruin? She whispered, the divorce. It's done, drop it. All these relatives are watching. Let her enjoy her birthday bash. I nodded. Wasn't planning to. She sighed. Good attitude. Us women, we have to be the bigger person. 29 years with my nephew. Marriage is over, but history isn't. You've still gotta look after the elders. Right, ladies? Familiar? When they want favors, it's we're family. When it's about responsibility, it's think of the history. But when it's time to split the assets, I'm just a total stranger. I didn't dignify that with a response. I walked right past her. In the ballroom center, my ex-mother-in-law reigned in crimson silk. A chunky Colombian emerald hung around her neck. I knew it instantly. 3 years ago, $860,000 on the supplementary card. The manager called. Ms. Lin, approve this charge? I was in a meeting. Without a second thought, I said, approve it. At home, she tried it on, preening in the mirror. Finally, she sighed. Only my son truly loves me. Not a single word of thanks for me. And today? Same story. Relatives swarmed. Guifan, you hit the jackpot. A $70 million estate from your son. She beamed, eyes vanishing. My boy's always devoted. He says I worked hard. At 80, I deserve a finale. Someone noticed me walking in. The chatter dipped slightly. She followed their gaze, turning to face me. The smile drained from her face. Oh, you actually came. I stayed calm. Your son asked me to. She eyed me with disgust. Divorced, still overdressed. Careful, strangers might think you're still Mrs. Chen. I glanced down. Simple off-rack white pantsuit. No jewelry, nothing flashy. I wasn't trying to upstage anyone, but that didn't matter. When someone's determined to hate you. Nothing I wear's right. I stayed silent. Just picking something up. Pick what up? The imperial jade jewelry set. The one my mother left to me. Her face instantly twisted. It's my birthday. You waltz in demanding things? It's not yours. It's mine. Her voice rose, head snapping toward us. 29 years in this family, and you split hairs over yours and mine? I laughed out loud. The divorce decree was crystal clear. My premarital assets and personal belongings, they're all mine. My mother-in-law slammed her wine glass on the table. Listen to her. Barely divorced, already settling scores. No conscience, as I knew. My sister-in-law, Chen Meiling, walked over. Silver dress, $15,000 bag. Bought 2 years ago on my card. She called me sis-in-law, then. She mocked, sorry, can't call you that anymore. People nearby snickered, and so did she. Ms. Lin. Grandma's 80th bash today. Can't you wait? What does me getting my things back have to do with her party? What does it have to do with it? Mom's happy today. Walking in, talking divorce and assets. Ruining our mood. I turned to my mother-in-law. Where is that jewelry set? My mother-in-law glared. I don't know. If you want to find them, go look yourself. I nodded. Fine. I'll have my lawyer contact you tomorrow. Lawyer made her pale. Lin Jinglan, threatening us? A few jewels? The Chens can afford them. I eyed her diamonds. Then pay what you owe me first. What rent? Her expression immediately soured. I live in my brother's house. Deeds in my name only. So what if you bought the house before you were married? After marriage, isn't it shared property? I laughed coldly. Ignorant of law. My lawyer can explain. She snapped back, but Mom slammed the table. Enough. Do you have any idea what day it is? Lin Jinglan, make a scene elsewhere. Don't you ruin this happy occasion for the Chen family. People around us started chiming in. Jinglan, just drop it. She's turning 80. Whatever it is, it can wait. You're divorced now. Just let it slide. That word made me look up. Divorced, so I should reclaim what's mine. Forced laugh. Not what I meant. Then what? Silence. My mother-in-law snapped, enough. Everyone's here. Let's watch the estate video first. The hall lights dimmed. The screen showed Cloudrest Estates promo. Green mountains. Lakes. Hot springs. 6 standalone villas. 1 clubhouse. A golf driving range. The footage was shot beautifully. The host said Cloudrest Estate spans over 800. Total market value, $700 million. Today, it's Ms. Wu Guifeng's 80th birthday gift. Applause. My mother-in-law stood, eyes red. She clutched Chen Jianqing. This has made my whole life worthwhile. Raising a son with such ability. Chen Jianqing smiled. As long as you like it, Mom. You can stay as long as you want from now on. She took the mic. Since I'll hear, I'll speak too. I suffered when I was young. I raised Jianqing and Meiling all by myself. Thought I misheard. Past 50, she never. At 62, she moved into the villa I bought. At home, there was a nanny and a driver. 2 overseas trips a year. All her medical expenses were handled by me. Past 70, she got $100K monthly allowance. calls that no enjoyment? She added, luckily, my son's filial. Gifting me such a huge estate today. Our Chen relatives can visit anytime now. For free. Someone below shouted, thank you, birthday lady. We'll ride your coattails. She laughed harder. Spotlight hit me. Some said, spend wisely. Just having enough stuff is fine. I never liked hearing that. Isn't life about enjoying? All good now. No nagging. Laughter. Sister-in-law whispered, hear that? My brother bought a 700M estate after leaving you. I nodded. I heard. You don't regret it? Regret what? The divorce. She stared at me. Be honest, you thought my brother couldn't live without you, right? Now you know. Without you, the whole family is thriving even more. I smiled at the screen. Hope they thrive when the bill lands. She didn't catch my drift. What? I didn't reply. The banquet began. Dish after dish was served, bluefin tuna, king crab, bird's nest soup. 18 people to a table. 28,000 per table. The whole banquet, including setup and drinks. Total cost, 3.86 million. Such money was ignored before. The hotel just ran Chenjianqing's supplementary card. Month end, bill emailed. I approved payment. Today, the hotel manager came over with the bill as usual. Mr. Chen. Banquet costs tallied, 3.86 million total. May I ask, charge it to the same card as before? Chen Jianqing was busy serving food to his mother. Without looking up, he grunted. Manager brought the card reader. Mr. Chen pulled out his black card and slapped it down. Beep. Screen, transaction declined. The manager froze. Mr. Chen, it might be a network issue. Let me try again. Beep. Declined. A hush fell over the crowd. Chen Jianqing frowned. What's going on? Manager sweated. Sir, this card's been cancelled. Chen Jianqing's head snapped up. His gaze cut across the entire banquet hall and locked onto me. He had been using that card for 17 years. In 17 years, he never asked who owned the account. He never asked how much he actually spent every month. At first, he refused the card. I have a job. Why would I use your card? I smiled. More events now. It's convenient. Back then, we'd been married for 12 years. He wasn't the chairman of Jinhe Industries yet. The company was just starting out. The office had 8 people. At the worst of it, we couldn't even make payroll. He sat out on the balcony, chain-smoking all night. The next day, I sold a commercial property my father had left me. I put 30 million in front of him. His eyes reddened. Dad gave you this. Take it, I said. He is keeping the company alive. And you? He asked. I said, we're a team, we're partners. Then, I believed spouses share all burdens. Later, the company thrived. Our house got bigger. His cars got more expensive. My mother-in-law started saying, my son did this all by himself. No one ever mentioned who sold her property during the hardest times. Who got my father to co-sign the loans? Who poured in her own money? I stayed quiet too. Family meant no scorekeeping. But here's the thing about debts you don't settle. Soon, others claim your sacrifices as theirs. My mother-in-law got her first card at 65. Jianqing said, Mom's older. Give her a card. I didn't object. I actually told the account manager not to flag routine purchases. When she got the card, my mother-in-law was ecstatic. She held my hand. Jinglan, so thoughtful. I'll be careful. The first year, she actually didn't. Some clothes here, a spotty there. A few $100,000 a year. I didn't mind. Year 3, she swiped over 2 million on jewelry. Last year, Europe with my sister-in-law, 6 million. I asked, Mom, this diamond necklace, 2 million? Her face turned sour instantly. What? My son makes a fortune, and I have to run a necklace by you now? Not that. Bank called to confirm. She sneered. You hold the purse strings. Your call. Chen Jianqing's first words, did you ask about the necklace? I said I was just asking. He got upset. Jinglan, she's suffered enough. Let her buy what she likes. Don't be so controlling over every little detail. She spends 6 million a year. He cut me off, we can afford it. It's not about money. Then what? I couldn't find the words right then. He hugged me, don't fight with the elderly. That line again. In the end, I let it slide, like always. Later, my sister-in-law got divorced and came back with how. The tears were really something. Sis, I have nowhere else to go. I gave her a premarital property. Over 3,000 square feet. Downtown. Brand new furniture. I said, just stay here for now. Move when you find a place. That temporary stay lasted 12 years. 12 years, not a single penny in rent. I covered everything. I paid the fees, the utilities, the annual maintenance, all of it. Once, I wanted to renovate and asked her to move out. She cried, sis, tired of me here? Miling showed up, she just divorced, now you're kicking her out? I said, divorced 8 years. So what? The pain of a divorce never heals, not in a lifetime. No renovation. She stayed. After how graduated from college, he wanted a sports car. They came back, a man needs a nice car to win clients' respect. I said, he's fresh out of school. Why does he need a sports car? My mother-in-law, money's there, why not buy the kid a car? I said, he's not my kid. First time I said it aloud. Her face froze, what do you mean? How is Miling's son? Miling is Jianqing's own sister. How the hell is he an outsider? I didn't answer. That night, Chen came to smooth over, Mom thinks you don't see how is family. I said, he was never my son. He's my only nephew. What's so bad about treating him like our own? That 8 million car was still bought with my supplementary card. How posted, thanks, uncle. No mention of me. My mother-in-law commented, my son takes care of his family. I saw it, and I didn't say a word. Nianan was still studying abroad at the time. She called me up. Mom, did the family buy brother house car? I said, yes, family bought it. Why not say it was you? Same thing. Silence. Mom. I didn't get it then. She saw truth before I did. What finally broke me for good was that surgery last year. I had a gallbladder issue. Doctor said remove it soon. I texted Chen, surgery at 2 p.m. Need family to sign. Got it. There by noon. By 11, no sign. 1 o'clock. Still nothing. A nurse came by. Ms. Lee, has your family arrived yet? I called him. It rang for a long time before he picked up. There was loud music in the background. Jinglan, what's up? I said, surgery's at 2. What time are you getting here? He paused. Mom's at a dress fitting. Altered her birthday outfit thrice, still picky. Must stay with her. I clutched phone, silent. Then he added, why don't you get Nianan to go? She's training. Send assistant. Family signature. Jinglan, it's just a minor procedure. Don't get worked up. I'll swing by later. Sat on bed. Sunlight was lovely. Next bed's grandma had family all around. One peeled fruit, one quizzed doctor, one held results. There was just me. She saw my paleness, asked if I needed help. I shook my head and said, forget it. My VP came, waited outside 3 hours. Waking, saw kanji from my assistant. It was already cold. Next to it was a note, sent by Mr. Chen's driver. Stared at kanji, tears fell. Not pain. It was my stupidity. 29 years. I tended to mother-in-law, found best doctors. Midnight fevers, I stayed till dawn. My turn? He stayed with her, for a dress. He didn't even ask a single time, how did Jinglan's surgery go? After I was discharged, I went home to pack some clothes. At study door, heard them talking. When's she giving how the apartment? She won't. What, she? Sneered. She has no son of her own. Who's she saving the property for? Nianan will marry out eventually. Chen assets can't follow another name. Outside, chill crept through me. Cloud Mansion was my father's gift, in my name. It has absolutely nothing to do with the Chen family. Yet she called it Chen asset. Sister-in-law asked quietly, can brother convince her? Mother-in-law said, why wouldn't he? 29 years eating Chen's food. Her money should come to us. I'll announce it at my birthday bash. If she refuses, she's an unfilial disgrace. I heard a chair scrape. Then came Qin Jianqing's voice. Mom. Let's take it slow. I hoped he'd defend me. His next line was, don't push her into a corner all at once. In that moment, my heart turned to absolute ice. So he knew all along. He knew her scheme, knew his sister wanted it. And knew I was completely unwilling. And he never stopped it. He just thought, don't push too hard. Push slowly. So that one day, I'd eventually just cave in. I stood outside the door, pulled out my phone, and hit record. Mother-in-law, marriage makes you his property. If she won't agree, then have Jianqing divorce her. A woman her age can't live alone. I stopped recording and left. Next, lawyer. Then assets. Day 4, I filed for divorce. Qin Jianqing thought I was just throwing a tantrum. He said, cool off, don't joke about divorce. I said, I'm done, for real. Maybe even after he got the divorce decree, he still didn't get it. It wasn't the marriage certificate I was done with. It was the Qin family's entire sense of entitlement. Card declined. Silence. Manager, maybe a system glitch. Do you have another form of payment? Qin Jianqing didn't answer. He and Mom stared. What's wrong? Qin Jianqing handed the card to the manager. Swipe it again. We already tried it twice. I said try it again. Retry. Declined again. Mom's smile froze. She frowned. Jianqing, what is this card? Did you grab the wrong one? Sis-in-law, use mine. The one she pulled out was a supplementary card, too. The manager took it. Beep. Transaction declined. My sister-in-law froze. That's impossible, I just used it yesterday. Manager, cards cancelled. Cancelled? Her voice pitched higher. Who cancelled it? All eyes on me. I held a glass of water and took a slow sip. Mother-in-law's face fell. Lin Jinglan. Was that you? I set the glass down. What card? Did you cancel them? Every single word was heavier than the last. The hall got even quieter. Mom, how dare you cancel them? I looked at her. The primary card is mine. The account is mine. The money is mine. So tell me, why can't I? Her face flushed with rage. That's the card Jianqing gave me. No, it's a supplementary card under my name. Don't lie to me. The card has my name on it. I laughed. Supplementary cards have names. But the billing account is mine. My sister-in-law was losing it. Sis, Lin Jinglan. You want a divorce? Fine, get divorced. Why cut off our cards? Why can't I? We've been using them for years. So? You can't demand forever just because you could. She said that with a completely straight face. My money's none of your business. Grandma slams the table. Lin Jinglan. It's my 80th birthday, and all these relatives are here. You cut the cards on purpose, just to humiliate me. It's not my fault. The estate was bought by your son. From start to finish, no one asked me if I was paying. Don't blame me. My mother-in-law opens her mouth, ready to cry again. She's a pro at this. Slamming tables when she was younger. Turning on the waterworks as she aged. I've got her number. A daughter-in-law is just unreliable. She ruined my day. A few relatives immediately chime in. Jinglan, just reinstate it. Pay now, cut later. I look at them. Why? Great aunt speaks up. We're all family. I show divorce papers. Not anymore. Fee? Divorce means no pay. You're rich, pay more. I nod. You're not doing too badly yourself. You pay for her. Their face falls. Why should I pay? Exactly. Why should you pay? I stare at her. You're not even willing to pay. Why are you demanding that I, the divorcee, pay? That shut everyone up for good. Jianqing walks over, his voice a low murmur. Jinglan, not here. I laugh. What scene am I making? The card was cut. Why didn't you tell me beforehand? I told you this morning. I thought you'd come back. Now you know. His face darkens. Reinstate the card first. We'll talk after the banquet. No. Why? Once cancelled, it's not coming back. Stunned, he sees me new. Do you have to be so ruthless? Here we go again. I yank my hand back from his grip. You signed the divorce decree. You bought the estate. You threw the party. The card was mine. You tell me, where was I ruthless? He's silent. Never been so shamed. My party, her mood? Last time, Mom. She looks up. Don't you call me Mom. Fine. You just said the estate was bought by your son. Your son planned it all. So now, let that filial person pay. Isn't that perfectly reasonable? Her lips tremble. You. The hotel manager is still waiting. I turn to look at Chen Jiancheng. Use your personal card. Transfer or split the bill. Not my problem. I leave. Walk out, don't come back. I stop, look back at her. Rest assured. Even if you beg me to come in the future, I won't. I walk out of the banquet hall. The night breeze hits my face. I stood at the hotel entrance, and suddenly, I felt impossibly light. My phone buzzed. Cloudrest Estate, 70M payment request. Authorize? I tapped it and chose decline. Less than a minute later, Manager Zhou called. Ms. Lin? You declined the estate payment. Yes. Mr. Chen might be contacting you soon. Your 10 years card statements are ready. Can you review them tomorrow? Yes. I'll come by in the morning. As I hung up, my daughter ran out of the hotel after me. Mom. She was a little out of breath. You really cut them off? Yeah. Grandma's losing it. Dad's borrowing money now. I looked at her. Do you think I did the wrong thing? Yanan shook her head. No. Her eyes suddenly went red. You should have done this ages ago. I froze. I hugged her. I thought Grandma was just moody. But later I realized, it wasn't just her temper. She thought you owed the Chens everything. And Dad knew. He just always pretended he didn't see it. I gently stroked her back. Not anymore. Mom, are you going to regret this? I eyed the hotel. Past, yes. Now? No. Why? Because not a single person today asked me if I was hurting. All anyone asked was why the card stopped working. The next morning, I went to the bank. Manager Zhou was already waiting for me in the VIP room. A massive stack of documents sat on the table. Ms. Lin. For cards, 10 years of billing statements. I opened the first page. Wu Guifeng. Jewelry, 18.6 million. Travel, 9.7 million. Cosmetics and personal care, 6.4 million. Dining, over 3 million. Miscellaneous expenses, over 10 million. One card, 10 years, nearly 50 million spent. I stared at the numbers, speechless for a long moment. I saw those bills monthly but never tallied them. I always just thought, as long as the elders are happy. Hundreds of thousands here, millions there, seemed minor. But when you add up a whole decade, it's almost 50 million. Next file. Chen Meiling. Luxury goods, over 21 million. Travel, over 13 million. Cosmetic procedures, over 8 million. Other expenses, over 20 million. Total, over 67 million. Third file. How. Luxury cars, 8.6 million. Gaming purchases, over 1 million. Bar tabs, over 2 million. Travel, 5M plus. Watches, 9M plus. And a ton of other expenses I couldn't even begin to understand. Total, over 38 million. The last file. Chen Jiancheng. Business dinners, gifts. Travel, personal expenses. Over 10 years, 160 million. I stared at the total, feeling like I'd just been punched in the gut. For cards, over 10 years, 300 million plus. Manager Zhou dropped her voice. Ms. Li, your household account spending over the years? Vast. We did flag it a few times before. I nodded. I know. Every time, I gave the green light. You said family spending needed no caps. I nodded again. I closed the file. That's right. I agreed to it. My voice was eerily calm as I said it. I'm not blaming the bank. I'm not blaming anyone. I used to be willing. So I own it. But from today, I'm done. And I'm making damn sure everyone knows it. Manager Zhou pulled out another file. There's more. What's this big deal? Mr. Chen signed intent letter last month with $20 million deposit. 20 million, frozen. I frowned. Frozen from where? A supplementary account? It was a pre-authorization. No actual transfer happened yet. We were about to submit for main audit at final signing. Mr. Chen signed the formal purchase agreement yesterday. 70 million, due at signing. Remaining $630 million planned via Jinha loan, co-guaranteed by household account. I looked up. My account is guaranteeing this? The application lists you as the co-financial supporter. Without your signature, it's void. Inactive now. I laughed. Chen Jianqing really thinks I'm just heir. He just got divorced, using my money for his mom's estate? He had nerve, thinking my 17-year rubber stamp. This time would be no different. Manager Zhou? Deny it all. Reject every estate payment. All guarantees. Every credit line with my name. Terminate anything needing my okay. Understood. I went on. And I need an official document. List cancellation for all 4 supplementary cards. 0 liability after. I left the bank and headed straight to my lawyer's office. He re-reviewed the divorce agreement. It's pretty clear-cut. Premarital assets remain separate. Joint marital property has already been divided. You retain the Cloud Mansion and the Jinjiang Road property. Mr. Chen retains his shares in Jinha Holdings. There are no minor children. The trickiest loose end is your ex-in-laws occupying your house. I nodded. The place Chen Meiling is squatting in. Send the notice today. She's got 30 days to get out. Lawyer Zhou smiled. You used to always say, just let it slide. Guess you're done. I smiled. Totally done. Within 5 minutes, Chen Meiling called. I didn't pick up. She kept calling. After a dozen tries, she texted, Lin Jinglan, what's this lawyer's letter? I've lived here 12 years. You're kicking me out? I replied, 30 days. Fail to vacate, and we'll see you in court. Voice note, divorce doesn't let you settle scores with the Chens. My brother would never agree. I left it on read. A moment later, Chen Jianqing called. Jinglan. What's your deal with Meiling's apartment? The notice was crystal clear. She's been living there for years. Where do you expect her to go now? She's got no money. That's her problem. She's my sister. Lin Jinglan, what's happened to you? I let out a laugh. What's happened to me? You were never this petty before. Before, we were married and she was my sister-in-law. Not anymore. It's my house. Taking it back is perfectly legal. What's the issue? A pause on his end. Did you block the payment for the estate? Yes. Jinglan, that was my gift for Mom. You can't do this. And why can't I? I already announced it in front of all the relatives. Contract signed. Pay up. I'll find another way. Just turn my card back on first. Impossible. Just mine, not hers? No. Just this once. I laughed. For 29 years, his favorite words, just this once. Just a necklace for Mom. Just this once. Just help Meiling with her mortgage. Just this once. Just buy Hao a car. Just this once. Just lend them the house. Just this once. Let it slide in front of family, over and over. Until I barely even recognized myself. There's no just this once anymore, Chen Jianqing. We're divorced. Play filial son with your own money. I'll pay you back. I don't believe you. Anything else, Jinglan? Mom couldn't sleep all night, she was so furious. The card stunt shamed her. Feel no guilt? Did she sleep well during my surgery? I asked. Dead silence on his end of the line. She skipped my mother's funeral. Guilt? She took my money to buy jewelry for Meiling and a car for Hao Hao. She demanded my family home. Guilt? Chen Jianqing. You people never feel guilt. So why are you demanding it from me? I hung up. That night, the family group chat suddenly exploded. A tearful voice note, never been so humiliated. I never badmouthed her when she left my son. But she turns around and freezes my bank card? I can't afford meds, yet she made us pay for our party. Everyone, you tell me, is this any way a daughter-in-law acts? She called me Mom 29 years. Turn her card back on. I stared at the screen, saying nothing. Scrolling down, message by message, letting them talk. Let them all run their mouths. Because I know some people don't need more evidence. They just need a harder slap in the face. Nyanan told me what happened after I left. She swiped the first card. Declined. Tried a second. Declined. Grandma wasn't fooled. Swipe yours. Don't worry, just card issues. Mine was working yesterday. Fourth card. Beep. Failed. The manager ran it again. Still failed. What? Is it damaged? Account's been closed. Grandma grabbed the card. She cut off the kid's card? That's when Nyanan couldn't hold back anymore. House 27. Not a kid. Talk to elders like that? 27 years old, still mooching? That's a gift from your uncle. The primary account holder is my mother. You're a Chen, don't copy her. Nyanan smiled. Grandma, my mom's surname is Lin. Her dad's money isn't yours. That shut everyone up. Chen Jianqing pulled out his personal bank card and swiped. Bank limit. A second transaction failed. He wired the money. Company funds can't cover it. His face grew darker. Today's bill is huge. Sign to confirm balance. Balance confirmation? Ridiculous. My son would stiff you for this pocket change? Policy requires it. Humiliate me on purpose? To humiliate me on purpose? Awkward. Bill stuck. Relatives ate. They'd bragged moments before. But when it was time to pay up, dead silence. Chen borrowed 1 million. Drained accounts, scraped 3 million. The remaining 860,000? He signed the IOU. Grandma's face was grim. She's humiliating me on purpose. She froze my card to watch us suffer. My sister-in-law mocked my divorce settlement. Why isn't she still on the hook for mom's expenses? And laughed. Aunt, hear yourself. They're divorced. Why should my mom still be paying for grandma? She's done it for 20 years, habit. Nyanan stared her dead in the eye. So you're off the hook? No. Fine. Then from now on, you cover half of grandma's medical bills. She clammed up instantly. My mother-in-law defended her. She's had it hard. Hard? She lives off my mom. And she vacations 3 times a year. Where's the hardship in that? You're heartless like your mother. So Nyanan just grabbed her purse. Grandma? You all became entitled brats. She left, my daughter told me later. When I heard it, I wasn't happy, and I wasn't sad. I'd feared their survival without me. But with money gone, they didn't adapt. It was to blame me for cutting them off. I was too scared to stop giving. At noon, my mother-in-law visited. She stood in the lobby with relatives. Turn that card back on. I offered my office, she refused. Talk here. Let them hear. A rich boss stingy to her elder. She expected me to fear shame. The old me would cave to keep peace. But not this time. I'm not scared anymore. I sat across. Go on. Talk. She froze. I'd settle publicly. Lin Jinglan, just turn it on. Your monthly allowance will stay the same. Miling's apartment is not to be touched. The estate payments will not stop. Do all this, and I'll let the past slide. I actually laughed when I heard that. The past? What past? You and Jianqing got divorced. I can choose not to blame you. You forced the divorce. She snapped back immediately. When did I ever force you? I pulled out my phone and tapped play on the recording. If she won't give Hao the house, Jianqing will divorce her. I doubted a woman in her 50s would live alone. The lobby went silent. My ex-mother-in-law's face crumbled. You recorded us? Yes. You eavesdropped? I heard you plotting at my door. How is that eavesdropping? She lunged for my phone. I stepped back. Don't touch me. It's already been sent to my lawyer. She was so furious she was hyperventilating. The relatives nearby tried to coax her. Guifan, just take it slow. My ex-mother-in-law wailed again. It was just a thought. I'm 80 years old. You think I'd really take her house from her? I nodded. Good. The lawyer's notice went to mailing. Move out in 30 days. The supplement card is cut. I'm done paying for the estate. For living expenses, ask your own children. She snapped her head up. What's that mean? Exactly what I said. Jianqing and I are divorced. You're not my mother-in-law. No legal duty to support you. You cared for me 29 years. So I owe you a lifetime? Well, shouldn't you? She asked it so naturally. I froze for a second, then I smiled. Wu, Gui, Feng. You have a son, daughter, grandson. All alive. Why must your divorced ex-daughter-in-law care for you? She was speechless. I stood up. This is the first and the last time. Don't cause a scene at my company again. Security will handle it. Her face went pale. Throw me out? This is my company. I absolutely dare. Relatives let her out that day. No gossip from staff. Someone whispered, good for you, Ms. Lin. In my office, the family group chat still spewed insults. I sorted 10 years of records. Her, 2M. Her son, 9M+. My sister-in-law, over 67 million. Her husband, 2 million. My nephew, over 38 million. Add to that free housing, medical bills, vacations, the live-in housekeepers. I totaled it. In 29 years, I paid the Chens far more. I made a spreadsheet, itemized expenses for Wu Guifeng family, last decade. Then I sent it to the family group chat. The chat went dead silent the moment it was sent. Moments ago, someone said, old folks don't cost much. Now, not a peep. First page, full decade expenses for Ms. Wu Guifeng, 19,720,000 yuan. Each entry had time, place, amount, jewelry, travel, cosmetic procedures, private nursing, fine dining, clothing, and gifts for relatives. Ms. Zhang Chenmiling's 10-year spend, 67,800 yen. Mr. Zhang Haohao's 8-year spend, 38.6 million yen. I messaged, you all said elders cost little. I think you have a point. From today, anyone wanting to play filial can step up. I'm sending you all the standard budget from the past decade. About 5 million a year. Split it evenly. Shouldn't be too hard. The group chat stayed dead silent. Grandaunt popped up. Jinglan, family, must you count every penny? I replied, you demanded I reinstate cards. Don't call me petty. Since it's no big deal, we'll all pitch in together. She went quiet. Another relative chirped in, you gave willingly before. Dragging it out now, ugly. I hit voice note. I paid willingly. Not asking for repayment. Now, I'm not willing. So I'm not paying anymore. Is there a problem? They all clammed up. Then, my mother-in-law finally surfaced. She sent a long voice note. All that money was earned by Jianqing. Lin Jinglan, stop acting like it all came from your pocket. I'm not taking credit for anything. Source of funds, income from premarital assets. All supplementary cards are authorized directly by me. I added, if Mrs. Wu believes this money belongs to Chen, then Mr. Chen can show transfer records. The group went silent again. Chen Jianqing called me privately. I didn't pick up. He texted, delete the stuff in the group chat. I texted back, why? Don't let relatives laugh at our family drama. When pushing me, why not tell them to butt out? Jinglan, I know you feel wronged. Delete messages. Talk privately. Nothing to discuss. He sent voice note, tired, mom's blood pressure spiked. She's so upset by your expense list, she's refusing to eat. I read, no reply. Once, Mom's sick melted me. Not anymore. Now I see, every illness ended with me punished. My husband's filial piety? He just outsourced the notification to me. My sister-in-law aching for Mom? She just aches at me. Hospital runs, registrations, night shifts, payments, all me. That's not filial. That's outsourcing it to the daughter-in-law. Lawyer sent notice, end uncompensated occupancy, Jinjiang Road. That's the apartment my sister-in-law is living in. I forwarded it. Chen Meiling, 30 days to vacate. Title's mine. No rent for 12 years. Overstay means statutory back rent. The group chat finally exploded. Sister-in-law shrieked, Lin Jinglan. This far? I've lived here 12 years. This is my home. I replied, deed lacks your name. Not your home. He was your husband. Until yesterday. Not anymore. It's still marital property. He bought it before the marriage. The divorce agreement settles that. Read it. Rich, so one less apartment matters? 10 or not, none of your business. 0 for you. Mother-in-law wailed, divorced you, homeless? I replied, she's 50. Has a job. Has savings. 10 years, 60M on my card. Check. If she has no house, ask her where the money went. Don't ask me. Someone in the chat couldn't resist. Facts. They deleted it fast, but I saw. Sister-in-law saw too. She started raging, you're all laughing at me? Who didn't benefit when she was throwing money around? Silence. Because it's true. Birthday trips for mother-in-law, gifts for relatives. So much of it went on that card. Everyone thought it was the Chen's money. Now they know. I was the one paying. That night, property management called, Ms. Lin. Confirming revoke of Meiling's residency. I confirm. Her keycard access will expire in 30 days. She came, asked to change title. No. Owner in person. Dream on. Back to Jinjiang Road, get Mom's things. Door lock was changed. I rang the bell. Sister-in-law paled, what? My things. There's nothing of yours in here. It's my apartment now. Living here. You changed locks? Yeah, so what? Why? To keep you out. I smiled. I'm the owner. Legal notice sent. I didn't argue. I filmed the lock with my phone. Called management, locks tampered. Document it. Her face fell. Playing? Evidence. Brother coming. Let him. It's time to settle this. Half an hour later, Chen Jianqing arrived. Mother-in-law arrived too, dragging 2 relatives. Screaming, destroying family? Reclaiming mine. Who's destroyed? Meiling has lived here for 12 years. This is her home. I handed over a copy of the deed. I'm the owner. Shoved, family property. I looked at her. The law says otherwise. I don't care about the law. Decency? Nod. Let's talk that. 12 years, not a single cent in rent. I paid the maintenance. I fixed the pipes. Replaced the furniture 3 times. When Chen Meiling got divorced, I let her stay. I paid her son's tuition. Bought him a car for graduation. When I want to take the house, you say I have no conscience, then her conscience. Mother-in-law choked. Son began to cry. Sister-in-law, I know you hate my brother, but don't be angry. I look at her and I don't hate your brother. I'm not taking it out on you. I'm just taking back what's mine. You used to be free. So now I think normal charging is revenge, not. You've been taking advantage for too long. A few neighbors in the corridor came out to see. They used to think the house belonged to their sister-in-law. When I finished, someone whispered and asked if the owner was not her. The property manager nodded and the property registration was Ms. Lin. My sister-in-law blushed. Go back to everything you see. I didn't continue to argue. Contact the unlocking company on the spot. My sister-in-law stopped at the door and was not allowed to change. You have already changed once. Now the owner changes back. It is unreasonable for her mother-in-law to sit on the ground and start patting her legs. The daughter-in-law drove her mother-in-law and her daughter to comment on it. I used to be afraid when she sat on the floor. Afraid of neighbors talking about fear of others saying I am unfilial. This time I stood there without even helping you slowly. I've already called the police for filing and the elevator just left. 2 police officers came out, crying louder at the sight of the police. Comrades, you come. My daughter-in-law wants to drive us away. The police looked at me and saw who called the police. I'll notify the real estate license lawyer. Take out all the property records. This is my prenuptial property. Chen mailing lady lived without pay for 12 years. Has now been officially notified to move out. She changed the door lock without authorization and refused the owner to enter. I need to file it. After reading it, the police turned to ask my sister-in-law's real estate certificate to have your name. She shook her head. Did she have a lease? No dividends. Is there a homeowner's gift certificate? No. The police asked again why she changed the lock. She was anxious for me to live for 12 years. My brother has been married to him for 29 years. This is our house. How long the police are patient does not mean that they have property rights. The mother-in-law interrupted. The husband and wife's things are not the family's. They're divorced. They can't be divorced. The police looked at her. Old man. This is a civil matter. Whose property right is the real estate certificate? 3 homeowners are willing to give 30 days to move. My mother-in-law refused to accept where my daughter went. The police asked her if she had a job. Do you have any income? My mother-in-law can rent a house without talking. If you see someone nodding in your neighbor, you should know that you have lived there for 12 years. It's none of your business to turn back immediately when my sister-in-law hears it. Before you said every day that your brother bought the house. Now it's not that people still don't say. A neighbor said that he would not pay the rent for 12 years in exchange for my early feeling. Po's face is getting ugliest. Before, she liked to find someone to comment on. She felt that as long as she was old, she would cry to others. But today the evidence is here, the real estate certificate lawyer's letter. Leah records that no one can cry my room into Chen's house for her. The cops eventually took a statement. They reminded my sister-in-law she can't trash the place. She can't block the rightful owner from managing the property. If she refuses to vacate, I can proceed with a formal eviction. My sister-in-law begged Chen, just stand there? Chen Jianqing stood off to the side, looking grim. He walked up to me. Jinglan, just give Meiling half a year. No. 3 months? No. A month? Too fast. 12 years wasn't. He choked. She's my sister. I know. So you can buy her a house. You can cover her rent. You can let her crash in your property. Just stop using mine. My mother-in-law grabbed my arm. You're spiteful. You hate Jianqing, so you're taking it out on us. I pulled free. Don't touch me. I'm done paying. Why does that phrase terrify all of you so much? Silence. It's true. I just froze the cards. Reclaimed the house. Stopped paying. I didn't take a single cent of their own money. So why are they all acting like the sky is falling? Their lavish life? Built on my shoulders. They assumed I'd hang on forever. That I'd never let go. I'm letting go. I purged the house. Her clothes still filled the master closet. I had them shipped back to Chen. Her meds, her supplements, her massage chair, all of it, gone. That night Chen texted, Mom cried. No reply. He asked, burning bridges? I typed back, defined burning bridges. We did spend 29 years of our lives together. You were never like this before. I replied, old Lin Jinglan feared you'd feel torn. When my mom died, yours skipped it, I excused her. When they schemed for the house, I said no infighting. You don't miss who I used to be. You miss having a doormat who never said no. Long after I sent it, there was no response. Next day, my checkup, healing well. Leaving the clinic, I saw an elderly woman in a wheelchair. Her daughter-in-law was pushing her. Her son was carrying the bags. She fussed, her daughter-in-law must rest, telling her son to help. The daughter-in-law just smiled. I'm fine. It hit me, when his mom was sick, I overworked my back. Chen Jianqing dropped by for all of 10 minutes. His mom's words? Go work, dear. Jinglan's got this. Miling's frail. Don't tire. Jinglan will handle it. She never asked if I was spent. That was my job. After my checkup, Chen waited outside. What are you doing here? Nianan mentioned your appointment. I was in the neighborhood. He reached for the bag in my hand. I didn't stop him. We walked to the parking garage. He asked how I was feeling. Fine. Mom's blood pressure's been through the roof lately. He had an angle, not just checking in. Keep her stress down. Then stop pushing her buttons. Jinglan, Cloudhurst estate payment due in 3 days. Could you just reinstate the spending authorization? All that talk just to ask for cash. It's not about money. It's Mom's 80th. She already told everyone the estate is hers. If deal fails, she'll lose face. That's her problem. Breach means huge penalty. That's your problem. 29 years married. You'd watch me crash? Exes. We're exes now. Jinglan, 70 million is nothing for you. You can come up with it. Because I have it, I should hand it over? I'll pay back later. With what? He went silent. I kept going. Jinha Industries is strapped for cash right now. You spent most savings on that party. 630 million estate costs still due. Even if I cover the down payment for you, what about the rest? His face fell. You've been spying on me? I don't have to. You used to tell me everything. I just happen to have a good memory. Chen Jianqing, you can't afford it. That hit a nerve. He shot back instantly. Yes, I can. Then buy it yourself. Don't use my cards. With that, I grabbed my bags, got in my car. He just stood there, frozen. I just wanted to live in the house my son bought me by 80. I wanted to move into the estate bought with his dividend check. Relatives, she's in hospital with 500 million, just let it go. I didn't reply. I just saved the video. Nurse called Nianan, grandma's in hospital, family must take shifts. Nianan asked me, Mom, are you going? I shook my head. Not a chance. Dad said you know her medication's best. You should go. Sister-in-law too busy moving, told him to handle it. My daughter was quiet for a moment. Mom, are you really over it? It's about returning responsibility to those who should have had it. Chen Jianqing, Jinglan, come to the hospital. Why, what's wrong? Mom won't eat. Why? She wants to see you. I'm busy. You have no meetings. You're checking my calendar? Nianan mentioned it. Still, I'm not going. Jinglan, she's 80, might have something to say. She can call. She refuses. Then I guess it stays unsaid. He paused for a long time. You were never like this before. Before? When your mom was in the hospital, you were always swamped. Miling couldn't be bothered, so I'd be stuck there alone. Now I'm not playing nurse, you think I changed? I haven't. I'm finally acting normal. His voice cracked. Normal? Yeah. Your mom, your problem. You want to be a devoted son? Do the work. Hung up. More relatives sent to guilt trip me. Grandma, Guifen's old. Just go see her. What about your son? Hospital. Daughter? Moving. Grandson? Working. So why call me? She sighed. You cared for her 20 years. You know her routine. Her kids get a pass, but I'm the expert? That's not what I meant. Then what did she mean? Radio silence. Hospital bill arrived, 280,000. Jianqing forwarded it. Mom's bills were always yours. I bounced it back. He called, furious. She has insurance. Split the rest with Miling. Miling's broke. She blew 60 million in 10 years? Broke? Talk to her. Mom can't wait. Then pay. I'm broke. Sell your car then. Jinglan, do you have to be so nasty? Did I say something wrong? He shut up. Guess who ended up paying the bill? He did. Sister-in-law ranted, sitting on billions, watching her die. Sister-in-law ranted, sitting on billions, watching her die. I posted the payment receipt. Chen Jianqing, paid. The patient's treatment was never delayed. Stop spreading lies. You always paid. Now you're doing this. I replied, that was a favor before. Not an obligation. As her daughter, why don't you pay? She whined, I just moved, money's tight. I posted her ledger, 67 million, itemized. Group asked, smiling, that much? Buy a mansion? Got any savings? How are you still crashing on someone's couch? She rage quit the group so fast. Day 7, mother-in-law finally called. Weak voice, Jinglan, not coming? In my office, staring out. Your kids are there. What would I even do there? I miss you. You always cared for me. Do you know about my surgery last year? Dead silence on her end. I knew. Did you visit? Text? She didn't say anything. Why didn't you come to my mother's funeral? You swiped millions yearly. Ever said thanks? We're family. Well, we're not anymore. Her breathing became labored. Jinglan, her heart was never bad. Here we go. Not bad? Stole money, hijacked house, forced divorce. Scheming assets isn't bad, just not nice? I didn't fight back. Just focus on your recovery. For medical bills, contact Chen Jianqing and Chen Meiling. Don't call me again. Are you really disowning me? Divorce day, you told me to leave. I'm just doing what I was told. And I hung up. Estate notice, 70 million due tomorrow, 3 p.m. The contract auto-terminates and will claim breach damages. My mother-in-law posted on Moments, tomorrow afternoon, official handover of Cloudrest. Friends and family welcome to witness. I laughed. She hadn't paid yet, but planned the ceremony? She probably figured if she gathered all the relatives there, I'd be too scared of losing face and would pay up. Her signature move, pressure me into gifting a house, before relatives. Forced me to pay up, announced it in front of the relatives. She made me get my sister-in-law a job, also before relatives. She bet I'd care about face and not embarrass the Chens. But this time, she bet wrong. That afternoon, the estate project manager contacted me. Ms. Lee, the purchase plan used a family account you've revoked access to. Can you confirm? Confirmed. Tomorrow's the final payment deadline. Mr. Chen has invited a lot of guests. We need early confirmation. I thought. I'll be there. Will you co-sign? No. I'm withdrawing. A brief silence, then understanding. Next afternoon, I arrived at Cloudrest Estate with my lawyer, on time. Dozens of cars were out front. The relatives had all shown up. My mother-in-law sat in a wheelchair, wearing the birthday dress. Seeing me, her eyes lit up, she expected payment. The signing hall at Cloudrest Estate was lavishly decorated. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooked a lake, mountains behind. In the center of the hall sat a model of the estate. Someone wheeled her to the model, pride glowed on her face. She looked nothing like the recently hospitalized woman. Crowds gathered, filming and streaming. Guifan, can we stay after you move in? My mother-in-law patted her chest. Of course. The estate is huge. Every Chen family gets their own villa. A laugh, 700 million. Jianqing's such a devoted son. Spotting me, she raised her voice, my son, of course. Some always tried to stop him from spending on his mother. Now that they're divorced, my son can finally do what he wants. Awkwardness rippled through the crowd. Some glanced at me. I ignored it and walked over to the project manager. Mr. Zhao. Is the paperwork ready? Ready. My mother-in-law's smile widened. Jinglan, so glad you came. She waved me over. Come here, dear. I'm not going to hold a grudge. You just handle the payment for the estate today. You can still come back for holiday dinners. The hall went dead silent. Every eye was on me. I doubted my ears. 700 million for dinner access? She honestly thought she was bestowing some kind of grace on me. My sister-in-law approached. Sister-in-law, she actually said. Mom's been talking about you non-stop in the hospital. She's all bark. Don't actually hold it against an old woman. I looked right at her. Did you move out yet? Her face froze. Let's not talk about the apartment today. Why bring that up? Today's about the estate. Focus. Whose main event? Everyone's. No. I stared at her. Your son's gift for your mom. Not mine. The mother-in-law's face fell. Then what are you doing here? I filed the termination of support. She didn't get it. Mr. Chen, 70 million down payment is due now. Installments follow. How will you pay? Chen Jianqing looked at me. Jinglan, let's talk privately. Say it right here. With all the relatives here, it's perfect. Unfreeze the card. Cover the down payment. I'll figure out the rest later. I disagree. You came here today. Doesn't that mean you want to help? No. I came to confirm that my accounts are not involved. His face changed. Jinglan, don't be emotional. I'm perfectly calm. The project agent, looking awkward, said, Mr. Chen. The payment window is only half an hour. Chen Jianqing pulled out his black card and swiped it. Glances at me, but the agent took it. It was Cheng's card. As 70 million was entered, all eyes locked on. Beep. Red alert, card invalid. Amidst the hall, someone whispered, what's going on? Chen Jianqing frowned and swiped again. Failed again. Use another card. Sister-in-law immediately whipped out hers. Charge mine. The agent hesitated. This card is only good for 70 million? No limit. Swiped millions before. Beep. Invalid. She paled. How? The mother-in-law looked at How. How, use yours. Third attempt failed. Fourth failed too. Cards piled. All showed, primary account authorization required. This time, the words on the screen were visible to everyone. So the cards aren't Jianqing's? Who is the primary account holder? Jinglan? Then this estate. Her face crumbled in shame. She slammed the table. Lin Jinglan, you're doing this on purpose. I kept my cool. The cards were cancelled the day of the divorce. You invited me yesterday. Not my problem. Reinstate them. No. Why not? Because they're my accounts. I said, no. She pointed at me, her hand shaking. You have so much money. What does 70 million mean to you? I nodded. It means nothing. But I don't want to. The money is mine. I have the right to decide whom to spend it on. I was willing before, so you all used it for years. Now, I'm unwilling, so you can't use it anymore. This is revenge. No. Boundaries. Family doesn't draw lines. You never taught Nianan to be like this before. I smiled. Before, I was wrong. I always taught my child that family helps each other. I learned, mutual aid isn't one-sided. The hall fell dead silent. She handed over the file. This is the end of my personal trust. And this is the divorce decree. I have severed all financial ties with Mr. Chen Jianqing. Cloudrest estate transactions may not use my funds. Nor may my assets be used as collateral. He reviewed it, nodded. Valid. We'll log this. Chen Jianqing's face turned ashen. Mr. Zhao. Give us more days. The contract says if the down payment isn't in by 3 p.m. today, the deal is automatically terminated. The lead glanced at his watch. 10 minutes left. The mother-in-law panicked. Jianqing, transfer the money. He just stood there, silent. She pressed, don't you have the money? You bought a 700 million estate, but can't raise 70 million? That question made his face flush beet red. We all watched. Everyone thought Chen Jianqing was a big shot. The truth hit, signing is easy, paying is hard. He called finance. How much can we transfer? Whatever they told him on the other end. His face darkened. Transfer 70 million first. What? The company can't? What about a bank loan? He hung up and dialed a few friends. No one had 70 million on hand. Time ran out. 3 p.m. The project lead stood up. Mr. Chen, I'm very sorry. Per contract, the deadline has passed. Cloudrest estate deal is terminated. The mother-in-law slammed the table. No way. That estate is mine. All the relatives were watching. The lead remained polite. Ms. Wu. Payment incomplete, so ownership hasn't transferred. What do you mean it hasn't? My son signed. Signing does not equal completing the purchase. The mother-in-law pointed at the screen. You put my name up there. That was for the delivery ceremony setup, contingent on payment. Since the deal is off, staff turned off the giant screen. Congratulations to Ms. Wu. Guifan on Cloudrest estate faded to black. The entire hall was so silent you could hear people breathing. She sat in her wheelchair, face flushing red and pale. No relative spoke. Someone quietly ended their live stream. Others lowered their heads and pocketed their phones. Those who'd just been asking if they could stay for free were now pretending they hadn't heard a thing. The project lead continued, additionally, per the agreement. Preliminary event costs and breach fees are Mr. Chen's responsibility. Our legal department will calculate the specific amount. She spun around. We pay penalties too. It's in the contract. How much? Approximately 12 million. She nearly rose out of her wheelchair. 12 million? We didn't even get the estate. Why the hell should we pay? The lead explained, the estate was taken off the market as requested. The venue was prepared. Losses are covered per contract. She looked at me. Jinglan, you pay. I almost laughed. Why would I? This is all because you cut off my card. That card is mine. Your son signed the contract, not me. It has nothing to do with me. She's crying, and you're just watching? Make Jianqing pay for it. I looked at Chen Jianqing. He's 55 years old. He should have known the consequences before signing the contract. My mother-in-law wailed louder. Don't you feel anything? I nodded. I did. That's why I paid for 29 years. Now, that feeling is gone. So, I'm not paying anymore. With that, I gathered my documents and prepared to leave. Chen Jianqing suddenly grabbed my arm. Jinglan. His voice was very low. Reinstate one card. Just reinstate mine. I'll pay, slowly. Let go. Let's talk. About what? I froze. His eyes were slightly red. We've been together for 29 years. We can't end over this. I pulled back. This? Your mother schemed. Your sister lived there. Your nephew spent my money. You chose dresses. You forced divorce. Now this? His lips moved, but no words came out. I wasn't finished. The Cloudhurst estate deal didn't fall through because I cut the cards. Fell through. All heard. Her face paled. I left. As I reached the door, Chen Jianqing shouted from behind me. Jinglan. No cards. No marriage. No glance back. Deal broke. In-laws went quiet. No estate talk. No one dared preach. They scrubbed posts. Yesterday, they bragged. Today, it's like nothing ever happened. Posts vanish. Debts remain. Contracts stand. And the penalty fees are still there. 12 mil damages, debts, costs. Chen needs nearly 20 mil. Once easy. Cards gone. The family accounts were the safety net. But now, all of it is frozen. Expansion drains cash. Nothing left. He was forced to sell his assets. First, a vintage sports car. Then, 2 luxury watches. Accounts drained for fees. She cried. Why pay for nothing? My sister-in-law chimed in. It's all her fault. He snapped. Don't call her that. And she didn't sign the contract. Sister stunned. Bro? I'm neutral. Then whose fault is it? He didn't answer. He sees it now. The solver. Wasn't him. It was me. Silent but vital. I steadied all. That everyone just assumed the earth was naturally flat. Half a month after the cards were cut, my sister-in-law moved out. Forced out. Notice served. Time's up. Property management revoked her access. She tried to stall, saying she hadn't found a new place. I didn't extend the deadline. I let the lawyers handle it. In the end, she rented a 2-bedroom. 20 grand a month. A day later, she whined in the group chat about no space for her stuff. That estate's 300 plus SQM, for bedrooms, huge living room, and a study. She lived there for 12 years and never said thank you. Not once. Now she's in a 2-bedroom and sees how pricey housing is. So she calls Chen Jianqing. Bro, you've got to cover my rent. He said, pay it yourself. I'm broke. You have a job and salary. Not enough. Then buy less junk. That's not how I lived. Who paid before? She just clammed up. Before, it was Jinglan. You're divorced, she won't pay. Live within your means. My sister-in-law cries, bro, won't you help? I've helped for years? You're 50 years old. You can't mooch off people forever. I heard the two of them had a huge blowout that day. Then my mother-in-law blames me. Lin Jinglan tore this family apart. This time, Chen Jianqing stayed quiet. He's realizing it's not me. It's that once I left, no one else stepped up. Before, I cared for my mother-in-law in the hospital. I got the sister-in-law a house. My nephew was broke? I paid. Birthday bash? I covered it. Everyone had it easy, so we all got along. Now I've stopped. Now the burden's on them. Family ties become a cost-benefit game. A month later, we're in mediation. Agenda 1. Property damages caused by the sister-in-law. Walls, floors. Some furniture needing repair. 2. That sports car is under the family asset company. He was just authorized. Authorizations terminated, it goes back. 3. After 4 supplementary cards were cancelled, some tried to keep using them. We had to set liability. My mother-in-law showed up in mediation. She sat next to Chen Jianqing, looking absolutely wrecked. The sister-in-law sat on the other side. Hao had his head down. The lawyer started. Mr. Zhou. When do you plan to return the vehicle? Hao snaps back. The car was my uncle's gift to me. I present the vehicle registration. The registered owner isn't you. And the account that paid for the car isn't your uncle's. But he said it was a gift. Is there a gift agreement? No. Was the vehicle ever in your name? No. Then it was authorized use. And that authorization is now terminated. He looks at Chen Jianqing. Uncle, say something. Chen Jianqing just sits there, silent. Finally, all he says is, just give it back. Hao's eyes go red. What am I supposed to drive then? I tell him, buy one yourself. I just switched jobs, can't afford it. Take the subway. He looks up, shocked. You never used to be like this. I smile. You're right. Before, I was a total pushover. Not anymore. Later, the car was returned and inspected, a filthy mess, full of scratches. The repair costs? My lawyer will make Hao pay. My mother-in-law immediately jumped in. The kid's broke. I looked up. 27 is not a kid. He's your grandson. He's yours, not mine. She was so furious she just sat there fuming. Second item, property damage to the house. My sister-in-law slammed the table. I lived there 12 years. That's normal wear. The lawyer showed records, broken locks, drill holes in walls. Ripping out fixtures? That's deliberate damage. You're liable. She glared. That hard up for cash? I asked back, are you? Of course I am. Then we'll set up a payment plan. She flushed. You're humiliating me. No, I'm not. Oh money, pay it. Break something, pay for it. Simple. Third item, the issue of the supplementary card. Next day, she tried the card at a mall. Charge, 3 million. Declined, she claimed I forgot to authorize, made them retry. Bank fraud called, I refused the charge outright. Lawyer asked, card was cancelled. Why keep trying for months? I didn't know, she said. Her chat history, I'd announced all 4 cards deactivated. She'd not only seen it, she'd replied, you'll regret this. With the evidence right there, she had nothing to say. Lawyer warned, no more using those cards. No purchases or loans under Ms. Lin's name. Mother-in-law sobbed, treating us like criminals. I stayed calm. No. I'm just making the boundaries crystal clear. No clarity before, hence the mess. Mediation done, documents signed. Chen Jianqing sat silent, aged 10 years. As I walked out of the mediation room, he called after me, Jinglan. I stopped. Is there something else? Let's get dinner. No need. I want to talk. We're done. Not about money. It's about us. I just looked at him and said nothing. He sighed. Mom's been asking where you are. Miley moved out too. The house feels so empty now. Home's empty now. I nodded. You'll adapt. I haven't. That's your problem. Jinglan. I know I messed up. First time since divorce, I know I messed up. Hearing it brought no joy, no tears. I just felt calm. How? I asked. He froze. Silence. Then, I shouldn't have made you always give in. And? I shouldn't have assumed capable meant more burden. And? When Mom mistreated you, I never defended you. More? He went quiet. I said it for him. You weren't there for my surgery. When my mother died, you made excuses for yours. You knew she wanted my place, yet planned to wear me down. You used my trust fund to buy her Cloudrest estate. And still felt entitled to my cards. Got it all? His face had gone completely pale. Chen Jianqing, you didn't just lose me all of a sudden. You lost a piece of me every single time you told me to let it slide. And just like that, I lost everything. His eyes were rimmed red. Can we start over? I shook my head. No. Why? Because I'm thriving on my own now. I left after that. That evening, the doorbell rang. I checked the security cam. My mother-in-law was standing outside. No dramatic scene, just quiet words. She was holding a box. It was the jadeite my mother left me. I opened the door. The second she saw me, her eyes welled up. Jinglan, Mom's here to return your things. I opened the box. The jadeite set was inside. Thanks. She just stood there, not leaving. Can I come in? I shook my head. If you have something to say it here. That stung her. She'd always walked in freely, locks never stopped her. Now, she's stuck at the doorstep because I won't let her in. It finally dawned on her. Things were truly different now. Jinglan, she started sobbing. Mom was wrong. Shaoli saw you as a daughter. I listened. In 29 years, you ran everything. You took care of Mom every time I was sick. I took it for granted. Now you're gone, no one else cares like you. I nodded. She didn't expect my one word. Jinglan, say something, please? Mom has apologized. I heard you. Then, I accept your apology. Her eyes lit up. The card. I laughed. Always back to that. She blushed. Not asking for money, life's just hard. Jianqing's been under a lot of pressure lately. And Meiling, money's tight since the move. How has no car, commute's rough. I asked, so? Just one card. I'll cut spending, I swear. No more than 200K a month. Girl, hear that? Her idea of cutting back is 200 grand a month? That's 2.4 M a year. She thinks that's considerate. I shook my head. The cards will not be reinstated. Her face fell. But you said you accepted my apology. Forgiving isn't resuming payments. So, do you forgive me? I paused. Yes. Then why, forgiveness isn't returning. No remarriage. No reinstating cards. No more supporting your family. Tears again. How cruel. I smiled. There it is. The second I cut off the money, I'm cruel again. So, your apology wasn't about realizing you'd wronged me. It was about the account. She gaped, silent. I hugged the box. Got my things. No more deliveries. Live well. Retire. Turn to your kids. Don't find me. I moved to shut the door. She suddenly threw her hand out. Jinglan, leaving this family? I looked. Mrs. Wu. I spent my whole life believing this was my home. I realized you all saw me as an outsider. Need money? Family. Dividing property? No son, so no share. When you needed a caretaker, I was the daughter-in-law. I tried to decide. Chen business isn't yours. I lost that home a long time ago. Closed the door slowly. She stayed silent. My mother-in-law never returned. I heard from Yanan that she moved into Chen Jianqing's place. Chen Jianqing works during the day, so he hired a nanny. She hated the nanny's cooking and care. She complained the nanny went to bed too early. She called her daughter to come care for her. My place is tiny, my job's crazy, can't. Jinglan cared for me daily, she fumed. She had no job anyway, she blurted. Because, of course, I had a job. Not just a job, I was running my own company. Everyone thought my time was worthless. I could push through exhaustion. I could wait out an illness. But her slightest pain, I had to rush. Now, no one shows up. She saw the past wasn't guaranteed. It was because someone was making sacrifices. After my daughter left, her splurges stopped. International trips, swipe. Cosmetic procedures, swipe. Now, her monthly salary goes to rent and utilities. What's left couldn't even buy one of her old handbags. She went to Chen Jianqing. Bro, give me a credit card. I don't have any. You used to have plenty, right? All cancelled. New card? I pay my own bills now. Your sister-in-law? Don't say her name. The sister complained, this is all your fault for the divorce. Who made Mom pressure her daily? She said, and you didn't chime in? He went silent again. Then he muttered, I didn't think she'd actually leave. That line is so ridiculous. Everyone thought I would never leave. Because I endured it for too long. So long that they forgot that a heart can grow cold and love can die. Even devoted women snap eventually. I rented out Jinjiang Road. I converted it into a small women's respite center. For those caring for bedridden elders. Women who never get a break, offering them a free short-term stay. Free rent for such a nice place? It housed ungrateful people before. Now, it's for people who truly need it. On opening day, Nyanan came. She brought a bouquet of flowers. The card read, "To Mom, who is finally living for herself." I felt my eyes burn. My daughter hugged me. "Mom, put yourself first now. Okay. Dad call? Sometimes." What did he say? "Remarrying me. What did you say? Not a chance." Nyanan laughed. "I've got your back." I looked at her. "You don't blame me? For no whole family?" "Mom, no. A home isn't two people forcing themselves to stay together. A home is a place where you can finally breathe. You were never at peace in the Chin house." Laughing daily, that's home. Hearing her say that, every last trace of guilt I had just vanished. A year later, it was Grandma's 81st birthday. No fancy hotel. Number $700 million estate. Just a small gathering of 2 tables at Chen Jianqing's house. Sister-in-law came. How was there too? Family argued all afternoon over the bill. Chen Jianqing ended up paying. Grandma mentioned Jinglan, table went silent. Sister-in-law sighed, she really was capable. Nephew started auntie, then stopped. That night, Chen Jianqing came looking for me. I was just taking a walk around the neighborhood. He stood under the streetlight, so much thinner. "Jinglan, party over?" "Yeah. Mom asked how you are." "Fine." She dwells on the past. Nodded. Old age clings. He looked at me. "So, there's really no chance for us?" "None. Don't you get lonely being by yourself?" I laughed. "I was loneliest back when I was surrounded by all of you. Now, being alone is my peace." His eyes reddened. "I regret it." "I know. Feel nothing? Ached before. Not now." "Why?" Thought. "Because I finally saw. Losing me is your consequence. It's not my responsibility." He lowered his head and said nothing for a long time. "Before leaving, those 4 cards, truly cut off?" I smiled. "For good." He smiled back. A bitter smile. "Mom still talks about it. Let her. Whoever spends, pays." Claiming piety, foots bill. Turned home. Lights auto on at door. Inside, furniture I picked out for myself. Photos of my parents on the walls. Flowers from Yenin on the table. No mother-in-law screaming, no sister-in-law complaining. No one asking what we bought for Mom today. And no one shoving a bill in my face waiting for my signature. Brewed tea, balcony, watched city lights. 29 years. Thought good wife endured. Swallow mother-in-law's age. Swallow husband's work. Swallow sister-in-law's hardship. Relatives will gossip, so you definitely swallow it. Learned, no limits, cruelty. Kindness without principle becomes a free pass for exploitation. Cards cancelled, mother-in-law called me cruel. But I didn't take their money or steal their house. Didn't ruin their lives. I just stopped bankrolling them. And their world fell apart. What does that tell you? It means the good old days were never theirs in the first place. I was the one holding everything together. Is that a crime? No. Not at all. Later, Cloudrest estate was sold to someone else. New owner moved in quietly. I still stare passing by. I also believed my 29 years of sacrifice would go on forever. But in the end, the estate is gone. The 4 cards are gone. The free house is gone. The ever-ready daughter-in-law is gone. Chen Jianqing sold off a few cars to cover the contract losses. The company survived. Life goes on. No one cleans up his mess. My sister-in-law learned to live on a budget. My nephew started taking the subway to work. Real filial piety isn't empty boasts. I didn't rush into a new marriage or scramble to prove my success. I simply took back my own home, took control of my own money, took my time back for myself. Time for dinner, travel, rest. If I don't feel like cooking, I order takeout. No scolding, no control, no suffocation. People ask if I regret being alone. I just smile. No. That decree cancelled more than cards. I ended a draining old life. Cards dead, deal off, in-laws shocked. But my life? It's only just beginning. But my life is just beginning.